Hi, welcome to the Paper Snot. This is Tara. I am here to work on day 10 of 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. This sketch was created by my friend Mel W. Scrappy. She did an amazing job. It looks like there's some mixed media. There's a ton of photos on this. I'm going to call this paper tearing. I'm not sure if that's what she intended. I'm going to do something a little bit different with this sketch than what it looks like here, but all in all, the sketch will look, you'll be able to tell that I used this sketch with this layout. I'm not going completely rogue. I'm going to be using this stack of 4x6 photos. Obviously, I'm going to have to do some cutting down. This is us taking the kids and the puppy swimming, and he wasn't so sure about that river, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I have chosen Tidal Pond and Aquamarine by Pink Fresh Studios and a Vicki Boutin stencil, which is going to go right here, and I'm going to do the mixed media across the center. I'm going to grab my washi tape to tape it down to my surface because that stencil is going to move on that glass. You know me, I don't have to have my mixed media, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I kind of want it to flow well. I'm going to start with Tidal Pond. Okay. Looks like I haven't used this with stenciling yet because my brush was brand spanking new. I'm going to do this. Just going to add these waves with this Vicki Boutin. This stencil, I believe, is from Sweet Rush, and I just moved my paper because, of course, I did not tape it to my paper. Let's line that back up as good as possible. And I'll put my finger right there to make sure it doesn't move on me again. I think I'm going to do this lower half of the stencil in the darker color and then come in with that lighter color on top. I know most of the time when you do mixed media, you're supposed to start with the lighter colors. I'm a rebel like that. Sorry. I'm going to bring in the aquamarine, and the reason why I don't think that starting with the light color is important is because I'm using two different brushes. So it doesn't matter as much because I'm not going to be messing up a brush. And you know what, even if I messed up a brush, I'll just throw it away and get a new one because these are relatively cheap on Amazon. I hear you can get them at the dollar store, but I think all the crafters have become wise to that and they've bought them all up because I went to a couple stores and could not find them. My friend Anna went looking as well. It's okay because I just ordered them on Amazon and got them for a fairly decent price that way. And yes, they are makeup brushes. They work awesome for this. I prefer this with my inks over the little round foam tool. Oh, yep, I like that. That looks good. Now here's where it's going to kind of get weird because the stencil doesn't really meet up. Oops. Should not. I'm going to have ink everywhere because of course I am. It's me. I always have ink everywhere. I almost dipped it in the wrong ink pad. That would be bad. Defeat the purpose of using two different brushes, wouldn't it? And again, I'm doing some places lighter, some places darker. I'm blending in between the two colors just a little bit. I do find it amusing that I'm left-handed, yet I'm doing this with my right hand. think that's par for the course. Growing up in a right-handed world, you learn to do some things right-handed. I actually sew sometimes with my right hand, and I almost always eat with my right hand, otherwise I'm bumping elbows with somebody at the table, and that's not fun. Okay. I'm going to switch hands. Yeah, and if I had chosen to use Distress inks, I could have spritzed some water on this, but I don't, pretty sure that won't work with this ink. So, and yes, I do see that it's it's leaving a line, and that's okay because my photo is going to go there. And I need to put that back here. My husband's going to come home from deployment, and his wife is going to be a Smurf. So done with that color. Let's get this aquamarine in here. I'd be curious to know what your favorite ink pads are. I know that everybody's got their favorite, and somebody was telling me that they really love Catherine Polar inks. Well, I've never even used one of those ink pads, so I have no experience with them at all, but she was just bragging about how great they are and how much they are a lot more smooth than these. But like I said, I've not ever used them, so I don't have any experience with them. So I like that gradient effect that I got, and I will now stop the video and record and fast forward. So I'm going to tell you that this layout went sideways. I ended up having to stop recording and trash what I had put on. I don't know if anybody else has ever had that happen, but I actually deleted the entire segment that I recorded because it was ugly. I ripped off my pattern paper that I had chosen for this layout and ended up using these pieces of scraps of cardstock in varying shades of blue instead. I also had to really finagle my photos because they are larger than what they appear to be on the sketch, and as you can see, I really couldn't cut them down much more. But let's talk about what I'm doing here. I am adding some Simple Stories ephemera. I forget which collection this came from. I chose this unicorn floaty because we call Courtney our unicorn. We started calling her that when she started working outside of the home and going to cosmetology school, because unicorns are rare and you never see them. So that's why we would call her our unicorn, and we still call her our unicorn because now she's married and lives, with her husband in another state. And so she's definitely rare and we never see her. Besides, unicorns are really pretty and special, and she is pretty and special. So I really like how this is placed, and so I'm going to go ahead and add some finishing touches here. Those are some little bits and pieces from Buttons Galore and More. I'm going to add the clear and blue little stones in there because they sparkle and they're very, very pretty. As I finish up these details on this layout, I want to thank Mel W. Scrapping for this great sketch to challenge my brain. It turned out much better than it did in the beginning. I'm very happy with my layout now that I took off the pattern paper. It was just too busy in the beginning, and I am not going to show you the original layout. It looked terrible. But thank you for stopping by my channel today. I hope that you liked this video. If you liked it, please click that thumbs up. If you have any comments or questions about my layout or any techniques that I might have used on any of my layouts, please post them below. I will answer them for you. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.